everyone, today I thought I would make a special video because it is National Misophonia Day. I just want to apologise in advance for looking how I look because I just got back from school, and I thought I'd film this while no one else was in the house because it'd be kind of awkward. So I realised that I haven't actually filmed a video on my actual misophonia. I've only said what misophonia is on this channel. This will be uploaded on my Short Misophonia channel and my Listen4Misophonia channel. So I'm just going to tell you about my misophonia, my experiences, how I survive, if you like. So let's just go straight into it. My misophonia, I believe, started when I was about 8. But my nana, because it's a long story but I'll cut it short, I had a dummy / pacifier till I was 6. Now, my nana remembers when I was 6 and below, whenever we went out for meals or anything, and people were eating, I would just sit there and suck my dummy. So I kind of think that I used that as a distraction, and I remember going to Ireland, forgetting my dummy, coming back, and my mum had thrown them all away, and I was very angry about that. So yeah, I was a very angry toddler. From about, I want to say about 18 months, I was awful. I was literally the devil's child. I don't remember. These are just stories that I remember, but apparently I was the devil's child. I was really naughty. So maybe I was just, that was my way of getting out my anger, if you like, being naughty. But my actual misophonia, I think, the symptoms showed when I was about 8. And that was because my mum had a boyfriend, and he ate pizza really loud, and I just got really angry. I used to get really upset if we had to go to his house or he came here, and I didn't like it at all. I just got really upset and angry, but no one seemed to understand and take it seriously. They just kind of thought that it was me being awkward and annoying and just very, very picky. But now I laugh at them all because, I was right, there is something wrong with me. I always knew that it wasn't just me. At some points I did think it was just me because I hadn't met anyone else who didn't like these sounds, so I kind of thought I was just a bit weird. So, yes. It wasn't that bad when I was little, but I remember going around to friends' houses and things and eating really fast because I don't know why I ate fast, I just did. I don't eat fast now. I'm quite a slow eater actually. But until I got to my school now, my secondary school, it wasn't that bad. In year 7 I got mildly bullied. Year 7 I just got my glasses, my second pair of eyes, and I used to get called rat face a lot by this one particular boy, and it really upset me. So I kind of felt like a pushover because I was letting him call me them names. I didn't tell anyone except my mum about it, and after about a month it stopped. So I haven't actually been, I don't know, I haven't been bullied in a sense that it drove me to suicide or anything like that, because I know people are like that. But so I kind of felt like a pushover, and these sounds, I let them take over my mind because I was such a pushover. I would do anything for anyone, and these sounds just kind of took over my mind. And then I just remember becoming a very angry person inside. I'm not a very violent person, but my thoughts, they scare me because that's not who I am. I'm Charlotte, I'm a 16-year-old girl. I like music, fashion, DIY, I like pen pals, I like snail mailing. I don't like violence, and my misophonia kind of likes violence. I've never really taken it out on myself, except I remember my dad, he he lived in a little flat. What's her hair doing? It was a very little flat. I remember being very claustrophobic, and it was one hot summer, so I was obviously wearing shorts, and I just started to like scratch the back of my leg really hard. One time so hard that it actually bled, but I didn't tell anyone, if you know what I mean, because I kind of felt attention seeking, and I'm not that kind of person. So in a sense, that scratching myself was kind of a distraction of the sounds, and to be fair, I have started doing it again, especially like here. You can't see any of the marks because there isn't any, but now that I have longer nails now, I used to bite my nails, so I couldn't really scratch myself that hard, but I find myself, I don't think about it, I just do it, but I would never put a blade to my skin, but I know that is an escape for some people because I understand why. But yeah, so that was my experience when I was little. So in year 9, I was out in Bradford, and I was watching a play on Buddy Holly, and I was in a restaurant before that, and I texted my mum and I said, "Mum, I can't take this anymore, I want to scream." And no, that's wrong. Something happened before that. I actually went to the doctors about that. This probably was about January time. So I went to the doctors about it. His exact words, and I am telling the truth, 100% the truth. His exact words were, "This is how you cope with situations, so you're basically attention seeking." They were his exact words. My mum's not here, but my mum can back me up on that because she was in the room. So he sent me off for a hearing test. Before this, I must have had about 4 hearing tests, and we already knew that I had sensitive hearing. So hearing test done, you've got sensitive hearing. Well done, Charlotte. Well done, doctors. I already knew that. So I wasn't very successful with the doctor. In fact, he was a little bit of a fill-in word right there. So then in year 9, I was out for dinner, and I texted my mum, and she didn't text me back. So I was like, I'm by myself on this one. My mum was actually the only person who understood my eating thing, because that's what I used to call it. So she did her research, and then I remember getting on the bus home. I had 2 text messages from her because obviously I turned my phone off for the play, and she sent me a text saying, "This is you written all over. Type in Misophonia into Google." It's the first search thing. So I did, and I was reading this blog post, and I was like, wow, it has a name. I just remember sitting there in shock and in silence, because I kind of felt like there was an escape. There might have been, if now it has a name, there might be a cure for it, and I couldn't have been any more wrong. Misophonia takes over my life. It isn't easy to live with, but people seem to take it as a joke. And then I set up this YouTube account in hope that I would help other people. I just remember feeling really isolated and lonely. I'd sit in my bedroom. I just remember crying a lot. Because there was never anyone to talk to. it was just really hard for a 14-year-old to go through that, and I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. My misophonia is even getting that bad that it's bothering me when I make the sounds myself. I can't do it. So I set up this YouTube account called Misophonia in hope that I would help people, and I think I'm doing a good job. My What is Misophonia has 9,000 views and like 80 comments or something like that, and the comments are really overwhelming. They're like, there's people who are like 60 years old and they've lived like that for 50 to 40 years, and I've had it for 8 years, and I'd hate to have gone through what they've gone through, because they didn't have the internet when they were my age. They didn't have iPods and earphones, you know. So at the moment, the sounds that bother me are, I'm actually doing my art project on misophonia, so I have a big list of sounds I don't like. Right, okay. It's a big list, so I'll start now. Feet tapping, texting, teeth grinding, nail biting, jaw and temple movements when chewing, crunching, then after drinks, sucking lollipops, eating, loud breathing, crinkling food packets, snoring, humming, drinking, wet mouth sounds, plastic rustling, bouncing leg, hiccups, slurping, spitting, silverware scraping teeth, chewing gum and popping, gulping, swallowing, lip smacking, and I think I've said them all. There's about 30 there, I think. They're the sounds that I don't like. That list is becoming longer and longer by the day. It's hard because I haven't been diagnosed. I diagnosed myself, and people, you're probably thinking, well, how do you know you have it? Oh, I know I have it because the thoughts that go on in here aren't me. And I kind of feel misunderstood a lot because people know about my misophonia. They just don't take notice of it. They don't take it very seriously. My friend Kieran has actually helped me through it a lot because he has it, sort of, so he understands, and it's nice to have someone that understands because, I don't know. About 2 weeks ago I was at my dad's house for his birthday, and we'd been out before and I was fine, which was odd, and we got to his house and we were eating birthday cake, and it was a very small room, and there was 4 other people in there, and they were all eating cake, and I sat there in silence. Felt like in my head I was screaming so loud. It was a cry for help. And I just remember tearing up, and I burst into tears, and I was telling my dad I wanted it to stop, now. If you don't have misophonia, then you're really lucky. You get to live a pretty normal life. You get to be a teenager. You get to go out with your friends. We all have sounds we don't like, but the sounds that my head makes them out to be is dangerous. Imagine someone is running at you with a knife, it feels like that you're constantly running away from these sounds. Just keep on running and running and running and running and running to the point where you stop. I don't think that doctors take this condition seriously enough, which saddens me a lot. Sorry, I just like to put this in there. Sorry if my sniffing drives you insane. It's driving me insane. I don't have any coping methods except for listening to music. I can't even do breathing techniques because I just can't. It doesn't work for me. The doctor said we'll try CBT. That was 2 years ago and they still never got back to me. Yeah. You kind of feel like people want to help you but they don't, because they don't know what you're going through at the end of the day. So yeah, at the minute my misophonia is worse because of my exams. My stress levels are hitting the roof right now. Hitting the roof, hitting the atmosphere. That's how high my stress levels are. I just can't carry on like this. Someone to help me. Thanks. Yeah, so I'm gonna go now because this video is 17, nearly 18 minutes long. So thank you for watching and I hope you kind of find some peace in this video, that you're not alone. Yeah. Bye guys. I'm sorry about the beeping because that's my smoke alarm and it's keeping me alive. Yeah. Bye guys.